My name is Laurie March. If you haven't seen me before, I am a project manager and a producer, and I am your nerdy Sherpa for today, guiding you through all sorts of fun things. Today I get to hang out with our panel. This is the good stuff. This is really fun. I'm doing double duty. We sent out some ninja spies to really look at the cool stuff and to bring it back for you. I don't know if you've heard of it before. If you haven't, you might live under a rock, but the Designhounds Influencer Network has been out there, founded by Veronica Miller. Is Veronica here? She is. Okay. What a bummer. Tell her we said hi. Yes. Right. So I hate, it sounds silly, but if you haven't been living under a rock, the Designhounds Influencer Network has over 600 design influencers in North America and Europe. This is a big deal. This is experts who are really sharp in interior design, kitchen and bath design, and architecture. So here at the show, 21 of these secret influencers have been creeping around and looking at things for you to bring you their best choices. I think you're going to love this, honestly. So today we're joined by 4 of these fabulous friends. Without further ado, let's welcome our panelists. Come on up. Let's see. We have Swati Gora, founder and CEO of Swati Gora Designs. Let's give her a big round of applause. All right. Malka Helft, owner of Think Chic Interiors. Paula Kennedy, owner of Timeless Kitchen Design. And Vanessa Helmick, owner, principal interior designer, Fiore Interiors and Fiore Home. All right. I'm going to take a load off. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes my feet hurt at this show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get a clicker too. Here we go. Ladies, I'm going to give it to you first.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to make this fun and interactive. So you guys, please stick around because I want to hear from you as well afterward. But I think we're going to start by meeting all of our wonderful panelists, hearing a little bit about them, where they're from, what their perspective was when they shopped the show secretly for us. I'm going to start with you, Vanessa.
Hi.
Tell us about you, where you're from, and why you're so fabulous.
Thank you. Depends on who you ask. I'm from the West Coast. I relocated to Maine, way up in New England by Canada. That's where I am. I've been in the industry for 17 years, but this is actually my first KBIS show.
What?
I feel like scheduling something always comes up, and we just prioritize it this year.
Yep.
I was really looking for, I don't want to say super accessible product, but a product that I can go home and show to the majority of my clients.
I love that. Can you guys hear her? Hey guys, can we turn her up just a little bit?
I never am.
Oh, there we go. And you can just holler at us, give us a little project.
Okay.
Yell at us like we're a bad client.
I'm not allowed to say those words on stage.
Nope. Okay, so West Coast.
West Coast, and I now live in Maine. My first time at KBIS.
Yep.
And I was kind of looking for more of the products that are new to me that I can show to the majority of my clients. Less niche, more things that I will use all the time.
Yeah, I love that. A wide range. That makes a lot of sense. And first KBIS, I heard a stat this morning that 49% of our registrars for this are first timers. So, hooray! Glad you're here. Let's see. Paula? Want to kick us off next? Tell us where you're from, about your business, and kind of what you were hunting for while you were here.
Great. From Seattle, celebrating 25 years in the kitchen and bath industry.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe. I don't know
That's
when.
amazing.
I don't know how that happened. So I specialize in kitchen and bath. So I have actually been to probably, I think, about 24 of the last 25 KBISs.
Wow.
So
wait, is that real? Honestly, 24 of 25? Holy cow.
Yeah. So this has been amazing. So I also teach and speak, and so I'm also here looking for the next topics that I'm developing.
Yeah.
So I was zeroed in on a lot of those, but then also what's coming up, what's new. It's easy to see online kind of what's splashy and what's trending, but what are the new products coming out and some of the smaller companies that are beginning to develop things. So I was actually in the Kickstarter area a fair amount.
Yeah. It was pretty exciting over there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. All right, Malka, you're up. Tell us a little bit about you and what you were eyeballing while you were here.
Okay, so I am in New York. I do kitchen and bath, but interiors as well. And I think that I'm looking for new, but also for existing, just to get to feel and see products that I don't see on a regular basis. And I am looking for things, and many times that are more visual than practical for certain things, and then going to the very, very practical when it comes to kitchen and bath. I feel like our job is to educate our clients. So, I mean, Paul was saying too, there's just so much out there to see on social media, internet, right? But everything looks really attractive, and especially if you see a lot of it, and it's our job to tell them that's really stupid. You should not be doing that. Or
sassy. I love it.
This is not this is not a durable product. It looks really nice online.
Right.
And that's why we need to see them in person.
Yeah. So was that kind of what colored the lens for you while you were here? Things that were...
That and maybe future trends that I am seeing within my clientele.
Yeah, I love it. We're going to talk about trends in 1 second. Swati, you're up.
Hi, I'm Swati Gora. I'm the principal of Swati Gora Designs, and we have a full-service interior design firm in New Jersey. And my focus is always emphasis on color, textures, and patterns, and I bring that to my clients. And I'm a world traveler, so I also bring a lot of color experience and world-inspired interiors to my clients. My focus as a firm is sustainability. I want to make sure the environment that we create for our clients is not only beautiful, but also helps with the well-being, and also is focused on the inhabitants that live in that space. So we try to always bring new technology that's not just new for novelty, but also new in terms of how it's improving environment, how it's improving the materials that are used, whether it's carbon neutral, whether it's giving back to the environment. And I am actually very, very pleasantly surprised to see so much emphasis and so much focus on sustainability, color, material, textures this year that I'm really bowled over, and I'm so glad that I came.
Yes. Wait, how many KBIS have you been to? Is this your first?
Ooh,
another first timer.
Also KBIS.
Wait, you too?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
This is exciting.
I'm excited to be
Very
here.
fresh eyes for this. This is super cool.
Yeah. Yes.
I know you're. I think you win the award, Paula. Hands
Follow
down.
her around like puppies.
We just need to make an award for this.
My feet do not want the award.
Okay, so before we dive into your very specific choices, I kind of want to hear about some trends. Was there anything that you saw through the whole show that sort of jumped out at you on a trend perspective? Maybe Swati, we start with you.
Yeah. So usually kitchens tend to be a very utilitarian and practical space. The appliances are so rectilinear, so cold, really not interesting enough to make it a work of art. But if COVID has taught us anything, that kitchens are not just a place you cook in. Now they have become a place where families congregate in. It's become the heart of the home. And so I have been seeing so many craftsmen detailing in appliances. It's not just the rectilinear element where it's just a stainless steel box. We are seeing color, we are seeing texture, we are seeing handmade appliance pulls. We are seeing leather pulls. Bertzoni had this amazing car finish. The finishes for the car, they have used that into, the appliances. And there's just so much more advancement, not just in the usage aspect, but also the textural and aesthetic aspect, which is really exciting. The other thing I've noticed, a lot of use of reusable material, PET material recycled, and focus on carbon neutral. And it is important to our clients. Our clients are aware. If anything we have learned from this past climate, the heat waves and everything else, is that climate change is not... It's an emergency. It needs to be addressed, and we need to get on top of that boat right this second. So I'm glad to see that there is this major focus towards being sustainable, towards being responsible, and towards using, faucets that use less water, flushing mechanisms that use less water. So I'm really glad to see it's all good steps in the right direction, both aesthetically and practically.
Yeah, I love that. Happy to hear your clients are asking for that too. Okay, Malka, you're up. Any big trends you saw?
Yeah, well, I think individuality is a huge one, right? This is, kitchens and baths are also a place where you can actually show who you are. Yep. And do your own thing. So a lot of interchangeable handles with bases, with, just cabinet doors, refrigerator doors, oven doors, handles, everything can be changed around. Nothing is just as you see it, and the options for every single item are just endless, which is quite incredible. So you get to express yourself, and your kitchen or your bathroom or any other space in your house is only yours. And I think that's incredible.
Do you feel that will really appeal to your New York clientele?
I think that many times they want to feel that they're ahead of the trends.
Yep.
They want to feel that maybe they are more trendsetters than people that are following trends. So this is a great place for them to say, hey, I'm not like everyone else. I'm going to have that green range.
Yeah. Yeah, uniqueness, celebrating their uniqueness. Yes. I love that.
I want a range in this color.
I mean, you could probably have one.
Well, they're similar ones, right?
They have refrigerators in these colors.
That's true.
They have one.
That's true.
Yeah, LG, we remember you.
Right. Okay, Paula, you're up. Any big trends that really spoke to you this week?
I'm really seeing and feeling, so we talk a lot about contemporary design and traditional design, and as I teach new interior designers, there's a lot of confusion over the middle child, transitional. And I've been seeking really good transitional detail for a lot of years, especially in appliances. We're seeing a lot of both of the other extremes, but this year I'm finding a lot more detail in transitional, in all the products, from cabinets to appliances, cabinet pulls, and plumbing fixtures, if I didn't said that already. And the curves, was it Ilve? It was super transitional, but almost organic. It was new, organic corners and edges, and very, very transitional. So I'm happy to see that, because a lot of my clients are asking for transitional. They may not have the language.
Right.
They think, oh, I want it clean and simple. Or they say,
which could be almost anything, by the way, clean and simple.
Yeah. Or they say contemporary, but what do they really mean by that? It's up to us to ask, what do you mean when you say that?
Right.
I know what I mean when I say that, and then I can help guide them. And once they know, I have a style, I have a name, I know what style I'm in.
That's cool. It's like a nice identity thing that lands for them when you can help them figure out their own style.
Yeah, because like you said, we're educating, right? Right. And once I have an identity now, I'm transitional.
Yeah.
Now, you all know it's a big bucket.
Right.
It's a big bucket for transitional. So I'm excited. There's more of that.
So fun.
Yeah.
All right, Vanessa.
So I've been seeing a lot of asymmetry, which makes me really excited. So I love asymmetrical product because there's still balance in it. It's not just done to throw out something new. It's done because it is balanced. I work in a lot of older homes. Why am I making that noise? I work in a lot of older homes, and by older I mean old New England houses that were built a long time ago, and there's nothing symmetrical in many of them. So I love seeing sinks that are asymmetrical, bathtubs that are. I love all of these different shapes that people are doing.
Yep.
That aren't round, that aren't oval, that aren't square. It's really fun to throw that in, create a little interest, and then actually create some balance in some rooms that don't actually already have the balance. So we add some asymmetry. I think organic modern is the other big trend. It's sort of...
How would you define that? Like, what do you see in?
Well, it's part of our tagline. Like, our tagline for both my retail store and my design firm is organic, modern, coastal. And it's very earth inspired, it's textural, it isn't in your face, although you can amp it up a bit depending on what you do, but it's just layering textures and materials in a way that don't look too contrived.
Yeah.
And I think that's what clients are asking for so often when with the transitional, with the bucket. They're also, it very much is a feeling. And I think a lot of why it's trending so hard is everyone's coming out of 3 years of chaos, or we're trying to come out of it. And I think that some of these materials pulled together in all different areas of the home just create this sanctuary that we are all really trying to have now and really value that. So that's been a very big trend. We're even seeing it, the quartz, the compacts, new quartz, the obsidian, oh my Lord, it was amazing what they've done. Organic patterns that I haven't seen before. And I think the last, I don't want to say trend, because I think the reason why it stood out is, for me, what I'm seeing is wellness is no longer a trend. I feel like it was a buzzword, it was this thing that we all talked about, and I think it's really a standard now, and I don't think we're going to go back from it. I don't think it's going to go away. I think we are all valuing wellness as just an everyday, we all need it, and I think the consumer is now expecting it. Before, we were trying to educate people on it, but consumers want it. I do more baths than kitchens. I just love creating that space that is yours, that is, like I said, your sanctuary. Preferably put a lock on the door if you have littles. And so to see
alone time.
Yeah, to see all these products for, bathrooms that are so restorative now and beautiful. And because it's no longer new, it's being done on all these different price points, like all these different levels. So it is, I feel like, accessible to everyone to kind of create that and prioritize wellness for themselves.
I love that. It feels so important. Are you all noticing that too? Do you feel like wellness has finally landed?
100%.
Yeah. Becoming more mainstream.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
There is so much there's so much awareness about mental health right now, especially after 2020. When you talk to people, it's become much more acceptable for people to discuss how people had been going through depression and mental health issues, which was a taboo earlier. And 2020, the whole COVID era where people were at home, has made it much more of a mainstream concept that there is mental health issues, and our environment affects it, and thus you see the buzzword that's going on everywhere, but we've been doing it for a while, which is biophilic design, which is bringing outdoors in, being inspired by colors and textures from nature, having more plants in your house. Earlier, nobody was really using fresh plants in the house, but now we are designing around people's little mini gardens indoors, and there are so many more products that are supporting that. So wellness and mental health issues and all these other things that are supporting people's well-being is forefront, and it should be. Our homes are our sanctuaries, and they have to support us, and if they don't, then there's something wrong with that picture.
We can actually design our space for ourselves and for our clients to sort of rise up to meet us. I love that. I want to get to the things that you guys picked. These are amazing. I am going to start with you, Swati. You have your clicker? Okay, here we
I'm
go.
doing the right thing with the clicker now.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay, so this got me really excited. This is the Bertazzoni's new range. It's induction. So induction is a great thing, and there's not enough penetration of induction, and I'm hoping that becomes more mainstream, because now I have clients who've started asking for induction. Induction cooks faster, and most of the clients I work with have very high-paced life, and if they're spending time to cook, they want it to be quick. So induction gives them that flexibility of being able to do things fast. Also, it gives them a lot of maneuverability in terms of how much heat and how little heat to do. So the controls on induction is amazing. What really got me excited is notice the knobs on this. It looks like a car's dashboard. The finish on this is this beautiful matte black, which is actually finish used on cars.
It's so pretty.
It is so cool. And I interviewed with Bertazzoni, and they asked me, how do you see yourself using it? And I use a lot of colors in my spaces. a gorgeous matte black range in a beautiful, colorful kitchen. There's so many beautiful things that can be done around it. These also come in other finishes. There's an orange, a yellow, a red, like all the colors that get me excited.
Yep.
So
I was see, Paula, this is where your jacket is going to be.
I was just
jacket range.
super excited to see practicality with the induction top, aesthetic with the finish, aesthetic with the knobs. They look like, dials. They don't look like those chunky knobs. And then notice the temperature monitor. It looks like a car speedometer. I was like, okay, you're clicking all the buttons. My clients love cars. This is the easy
It's pretty foxy.
Exactly. We all love cars, you know. So this was definitely, and they have an air fryer in there. So they're doing an air fryer, and everybody is like so obsessed with air fryers right now. So this was a no-brainer for me. So this is my first one.
Love it.
Let's see the next one. Okay, so this is terrazzo, a renewable material, and terrazzo has been around for a long time. If you all know, it was a material that was developed in Italy. It's basically taking, byproducts like chips of stones and putting it with concrete and creating something new. What I love about this is it's a new way to use terrazzo. Instead of just seeing terrazzo on the floor or terrazzo for the countertops, they created this really beautiful curvilinear element, which is indoor-outdoor safe. So you can just take this and put it outdoors in your outdoor kitchen, and it's just such a cool use. And I always like to see new use of existing materials. And this was just such a great use. I love the organic lines. I love the practicality. I love the fact that you can use it in different spaces. So this for me also was a no-brainer. Because of renewability factor and reuse, like new use of material.
Beautiful.
This is Kraus, and this is a granite composite sink. 80% of the material used is all reused from a byproduct of granite industry.
Wow.
It's not only beautiful, it has a lifetime warranty.
Ooh, that's great.
Exactly. And it has all these different components like chopping boards, organizing dryer racks. It's just really I don't need to sell it on just sustainability alone. As a product, it's a very good product. Lifetime warranty, non-porous, easy to clean, has this lip where you can put all these organization things. It's not super expensive, and that's another thing. Sometimes when we use the word sustainability or green, the price point needs to be there. I cannot sell $100,000 something, which is just on sustainability alone. It needs to be a little more practical in terms of price point too. So it is hard, but I know our industry is stepping in the right direction. But this for me was a no-brainer also because of color, the texture, the usage, the lifetime warranty, the reusability factor. Is just a winner in my opinion.
It looks like a workhorse too.
It is a workhorse and great organization too.
So good.
Oh, that's you.
That's all right, Malka, you're up, lady.
Okay, so I think Vanessa was talking a lot about just elements of nature. Constantly, I was talking about versatility, and I think this is the perfect example. I don't know if the picture is good enough. So on the right side, you're really looking at all these doorknobs, door handles that are patinaed. Which is incredible because, I love anything patinaed. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's patinaed and then it's lacquered. So it's actually going to just stay as is. Which is great.
That's wonderful.
The left side, again, I don't know if you could see as well, but the top layer, we have marble, then terrazzo. I think there's a concrete, there should be another black marble down there as well. So these are all these natural components that we're seeing everywhere, but now we're bringing into hardware in our homes. And it's like pieces of jewelry. What I like about this even more is the fact that everything can be screwed off and switched over. So as a designer, when you're ordering this, you can say, I really want that brushed brass base with the terrazzo knob. And
so special.
The whole house can have it. You could play around with it. I just thought it was not only very smart, it's just beautiful and brings that warmth into the home.
And that customization that your clientele is demanding.
Very
uniqueness.
much.
Yeah.
Very much.
I love that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very excited. Okay, so signature kitchen suite. Customizing again and being very practical. I love these because they are an interchangeable refrigerator freezer drawer, which means you need an extra freezer, no problem. You switch it to a freezer. Next day, you really need a refrigerator because there are just way too many products. Change it to a refrigerator. It just changes back and forth. It does take some time to switch over.
Sure.
But just that concept of, again, being able to customize your product based on your needs at that time and not committing to it either, which is unbelievable. I wish it was for outdoors as well. It is not. That was the only kind of, but I'm assuming it's going to happen.
What's nice about that too is I think in terms of food waste, all of us are trying so hard to be careful and understand a little bit better how we can stop food waste in our own homes and spaces. And to your point, the ability to switch over on a dime, saying, hey, let's freeze all of this. Love it.
And this is also a vendor that when we give them feedback, they develop more things. Like this is one of the most approachable vendors that listens to us and develops product based on all of our feedback in the industry. So keep talking about the outdoor.
Right. And one more thing I'm going to say about this, it looks very deep, but they also have drawers, interior drawers that you can pull out and kind of layer inside of them, which I also thought was very smart.
Yeah.
So there are just so many factors here that can work for anyone.
Love it.
Last one. Pit Cooking. They have amazing products. I don't know if anyone saw them, but they have a lot of gas ranges that are really embedded in the countertops, which beautiful. I know there's a lot of moving away from gas countertops already. Where I live, there are full areas where they cannot use gas.
Yep.
Some people use propane, but most people will just use electricity. So this was just a stunning product, just to be able to use induction on your countertop. The way they were able to use that porcelain inside the induction portion as well. And I love induction. We were just, as Swati just spoke about it, what I like about this is that they're actual spots to put your pot. So many times you kind of have to figure out where the light turns on in order to put the pot down, right? Here, you're putting it right down here, and that'd be fine. The other thing I love about their product is that the way it distributes heat, it will not damage any surface around the actual portion that has the induction in it. So this is porcelain. It's heat resistant no matter what.
Yep.
But they say that you can use anything but basically butcher block on your countertop.
Whoa,
so I
really?
think that's incredible.
That is surprising to me.
I mean, it's great technology. It's very good looking, and I would put it anywhere.
It's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Malka. All right, Paula, you're up.
Alrighty. So this is part two of my number one. So I'm going to talk about this in a second, but some of you saw the Armada drying shower jet blowers last year. I think it was an award winner last year. What really stood out to me today, this year, and what they're launching this year is a glass pocket door for the shower. So wrap your brain around that. Glass pocket door.
Cool.
It's a stainless steel, and I geek out over this stuff. I'm like, hey, it looks great. How do I build it? How does it work? I stood there forever. And they had this miniature version of it. It's a stainless steel enclosed case that you build in for the pocket door frame, right? The glass goes into the stainless steel. It's waterproof. They use the same jet system on the spine of the pocket door system, so it blows the water off. A little tiny drain down below. You figure out how you're going to drain it, what drain it's going to link into. But for steam showers, so coming out of the pandemic, wellness design, everything that we're becoming more aware of, hygiene and germs and mold and mildew and humidity and air quality. So the air drying jets in the shower and now the pocket door too, they're not going to have all that mold and mildew and all the germs building up. So I was super, super excited about that. The pocket door for steam showers. The other benefit of having the pocket door is for any shower, even if it's not steam, we're not having all the heat escape over the top of the shower door.
I hate that.
Because that's, that can be a challenge. It's going to get cold in there. We don't want it cold, right? We should hopefully be talking them into steam. So if you have any technical questions, I have all of that.
Cool.
So Armada Drying, if you still have a chance, they're in the West Hall.
Love it.
Okay, so like I said earlier, I ended up spending some time in the Kickstarter. I didn't know I was in the Kickstarter area, but I was on my way looking for something else, and I found this. It stopped me in my tracks. And he had a great video going on, and it's Level Aid in the Kickstarter area, and it is like a telescoping, almost elevator system. The dishwasher literally moves up and down. We've seen that feature in like TVs that go up and down, or we've seen some other applications in kitchen, the appliances, or even like the pop-up downdraft and things like that. So I zeroed in on it, like, how do you build it? How do I do it? Is it all enclosed? So he's going to be working with an appliance company. He's not building the dishwasher, but the dishwasher is part of it. So the dishwasher is part of it. There's an enclosure, stainless steel enclosure, probably 3 different color options for now. So it's all one piece. So when it's flush, the countertop is flush. Right? It's all the way down, the countertop is flush. So the fabricator, when they come out to template, they're going to be templating around this 24-inch, the dishwasher, right? The sides are finished when it goes up maximum of 14 inches off the floor. It's pet and child-proof down below. There's actually a screen mesh down below, so you can't,
That's good.
It's all kid pet friendly. So I work with a lot of aging in place, and I'm tall. I hate bending down low I hate doing the dishes. I like the drawers, they're up higher. And now some of us have been occasionally designing a raised dishwasher, but it's permanently raised. And there's not very many kitchen layouts that really work with a raised dishwasher, right? It's kind of few and far between that I can actually do that. So now I have the choice. Now it only runs when it's down low, when it's flush. It only runs when it's down low. So, yeah, you can tell.
Now we need that with the washer dryer too.
Yeah, washer dryers. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, good. This was my number 3. So we touched on the food. I have been passionate about reducing food waste for years. And so I've been following a few of the refrigeration companies that have been kind of really working hard at this. I'm also a tech geek, so I get excited about the smart homes and all the new technology too. So this kind of just captured all of it. The food preservation, new technology with the lights. So we're learning about circadian rhythm for ourselves, right? Circadian rhythm for your produce.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Because our produce grew up outside, so.
Yeah. So the different lights, the 3 different lights, mimic the light cycle that natural produce would have. So it's extending the life of the produce, the quality of the vitamins in that produce. So we're elongating its life by mimicking its natural state outside.
Wow.
So
is it flashing through the day? It's going through them
Yes.
on the time schedule.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, automatically.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is so neat. Thank you. All right, Vanessa, I feel like we now will be able to hear you. Let's give
Sorry,
it a shot.
I'm literally
There we go.
never told I'm too quiet, ever.
It's a first. All right, so
All
lay
the
it on
design
us.
hounds are like, yeah. So I, obviously I love doing bathrooms. I'm also a Cancer, so like water is my jam. Will stay in a bathtub forever. This is the Moon bathtub by Wet Style. It was actually designed to mimic an eclipse, and it is asymmetrical. So where my back is right there is very thin. The other end of the tub, you'll notice, is a bit thicker. That's part of the style. The ergonomics are really nice when you get in it. That's also where you can put your products. One of my pet peeves with freestanding tubs is I have to build something in around it to put everything on. But I don't, most of the time the stuff doesn't stay there.
Yep.
That's a wonderful place to put your products. Let's be realistic, your wine. It's great. The material that it's made out of is also a composite that I found, a composite, really, really interesting. They use corn and soy in it as well. So it's a very green product. It also means you can touch it up when it gets damaged.
That's a big deal.
It's a very big deal. So if something happens, there's a scratch, there's a scuff, there's an oopsie, you can find out what grit sandpaper you need, and very carefully you can sand it out.
Wow.
So to be able to do that, obviously that's a matte finish. It does come in different finishes. I just loved the texture of the matte, and I loved everything about this tub. I thought the light was amazing as well.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is really. I really want one. All right.
Are you listening, Wet Style?
Wet Style. I'm here. Art for every day. So these are the flexible tambour panels. I feel like this is one of the number one questions I see in the Facebook groups for interior designers. Where can I buy this product?
Yep.
What I really liked about their product is it's not just we see the fluting everywhere, but I'm also seeing a lot of concave in design and tile and furniture. And I like that there's so many different styles that are flexibles, because we do so much in furniture and cabinetry. And what really stood out to me about this brand, besides the fact that they're so nice, was you can have everything customized and sent to you. So if you have someone who doesn't, or who's in a hurry, or they don't want to cut it down, you can specify exactly what size you want. It can go directly to your cabinet maker. We can make beautiful things out of the product. And I believe that there's pretty much no end to the width that they can do for you.
That's amazing.
Yes, so you will have beautiful, you can do wainscoting out of this. I do a lot of furniture because I also have a furniture store, but for the design clients, we'll do a lot of custom pieces with this style. And I just think that it's so versatile and so many wood species. I know we're in a very white oak phase in design. They've got a lot of good stuff that's all different wood species.
Yeah, I love that. By the way, I have followed these guys forever, Art for Every Day. I'm in their email list, and they share a new product all the time on their I don't keep a lot of newsletters, and I find that they have an incredible range of products.
Their style's great.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, what do you got for number 2? Or number 3, excuse me.
Number 3, I always have this pain point in my business because we do so many second homes. I love second homes. They're so much fun to do. But I get a lot of phone calls last minute. Or we just bought a place, we need it ready by summer, and where I always get in a pinch is I'll need ready-made vanities.
Yep.
And they're so hard right now. I feel like everything that we all like is back-ordered, it happens. And I'm not seeing a lot of new stuff that from my region, and that's also really affordable. I can just pop into a project and there we go. So that's why when I was walking by this little fella, it's by Best View. It does come in all different sizes. I just love the style. I think it's on point for what we're doing. Everyone in my region is coastal, whether it's organic modern coastal or more of a Serena and Lily vibe.
Yep.
But I think it's adorable. The hardware on it's really pretty, and the price point is phenomenal. So again, if we have a second home and it's going to be mostly grandkids coming to use that bathroom, to have a $6.99 base is fantastic. And then we customize the top. So,
I mean, that's fabulous. That really is. I love that. You know, I want to check in on time. How are we doing on time? Okay, great. So we have 5 minutes. This was incredible. Your selections were amazing. I feel like I'm going to be shopping this myself later. I want to check in with you guys. Is there anything that you all saw that jumped out at you? Anybody? I feel like it could be anywhere in this product category. Yeah. Hang on one sec. I'm going to give you a mic. Yeah, come on. You get a mic and you get a mic.
I will be on this mic all day long. I'll start telling jokes. I love the signature suite at... they have like this wine refrigerator cabinet.
Yep.
But what really struck me was like, you could take a picture of the label of the wine.
Yep.
And then be like, oh, darling, we're having mushrooms with our steak tonight. And type in like, we're having mushrooms. And it'll be like, on the 4th shelf, 3 slots in is the perfect wine pairing for this wine. Yeah. It will hold the temperature, like it knows the wine.
How fun.
So that was really cool. And then right across from that was the refrigerator column with the herbs in it.
Oh.
And you can put any herbs you want in there.
Okay.
That's what they said.
I see where you're headed with this.
So I think that's amazing because we grow a lot of food in our garden in the summer, and during the rest of the year, we're like buying our herbs, because they'll die if I leave them on the counter. It's just, they get overlooked.
Same.
But this is like, it waters them, it lights them. It was very interesting. And then they had the whole shoe thing. So it was just a great, really interesting and innovative products that they were showing.
I love it. That's so fun.
Nancy, by the way, is also one of the design hounds. So shout out.
Yeah. I'm one of the secret ninjas. It's so cool. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Oh, here's one over here. Are you also a design hound? I'm just checking now. Like secret ninjas everywhere.
Is it on?
You're on.
I don't know whether you also saw the wet style tub. It was a white oval tub, freestanding, but then they had about a 4-inch thick, I'm going to call it walnut, floating ledge that went around it. So for this little more modern looking or transitional, but it also gave you the opportunity if you had a glass of wine or your shampoo or whatever to set right outside. It was beautiful.
And they had that coordinating tray that went on the tub. I did see it, but I could only pick one, and if I spent all day in their tubs, they might think I'm a weirdo.
Or send you one. What do you know? Thank you.
With all the talk about induction and reducing, the gas emissions, R.H. Peterson has an induction outdoor grill that I thought was really innovative, and I think it really it kind of walks the walk and with bringing the outdoors in.
Yep.
And then. True to that, with a lot of new buildings, you cannot use a gas grill.
Yeah, right.
So this gives you, that professional level cooking experience without the gas.
That's awesome. Anybody else? Did you guys find anything else that really knocked your socks off this week? Yeah? What do you guys think? Should we send you back out for more?
Absolutely, but I think just outdoor kitchens have been really, really strong. Yes.
Okay, there we go. Another ninja.
and my jacket, the refrigerator out there, LG Mood Up. It's LED colored lights. You can change the colors. One of them you can set to music and you can have a party. Change the colors to the seasons. So that was my fun product pick for the year. Was the
that's a
LG
good one.
Mood Up refrigerator.
That's a good one. Malka, anything else for you?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm very interested in the dry cleaning units for your closet.
Yes.
I would like to learn more about them. I would like to find more sizes, but I think they're fascinating. The fact that there's a little flap that opens where you can actually press your pants.
Yep.
You could put pillowcases and blankets inside just to sanitize them. Really, really amazing.
Yeah.
And they're so accessible price point.
Right. And they would fit. I mean, I feel like there was a 24-inch, there was an 18-inch.
Yep.
Kind of just to slide in there and set it in the laundry room.
I
Pretty
saw
cool.
that, and they told me that you could actually pop your kids' sporting equipment in there,
Yes.
which I thought was one of the most interesting use cases
amazing.
for a laundry room, putting pet beds or your kids' sports equipment. I have a girlfriend whose daughter plays hockey, and man, nothing smells worse than hockey equipment. So I would be really curious to put that to the test.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all. Really appreciate everything that you found. These were wonderful suggestions, and hopefully you'll all be back again next year. We know you will be, Paula. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Let's get a round of applause. Thank you.